Of course, I have 11 kids. No, I respect them. I don't have men coming over there. I go to, like the hotels and stuff like that. But, you know what I'm saying? And I also practice safe sex. I use rubbers.
This is a mess.
So, but this time the rubber had slipped out and I got pregnant by one of my escorts.
God damn! I want you to brace yourself for this next video right here. This woman is a mother to 11 children. She's an escort, still looking for a man. This one gets crazy quick, so let's get after it.
Hello, Kendra. Oh my gosh, I didn't know you was gonna really pick me. You know what I'm saying? I would have put on my wig or something, but what's up, boo?
Okay, they're gonna talk about your bonnet. You don't care?
Huh? No.
Okay.
Because they're gonna take me as I am.
Oh, sure they will. All right, well, if she doesn't care, we could talk about it. Imagine calling into a dating show where you're supposed to be exhibiting the best versions of yourself, and you turn up and you have a bonnet on, saying that I didn't expect to get picked. Absurd, but demonstrates the absurdity of her decision making. That's why I talk so ill of these bonnet queens. They're wearing nightwear to dating shows, demonstrating how much that they don't give a ish. Let's go.
Okay, what's your name?
My name is Tish. I'm from Illinois.
There's no S.
Illinois with no S.
There you go, Kendra.
Yeah, Illinois, yeah. Just Illinois, yeah.
How old are you, Tish?
35.
35. What you do for a living?
I'm an escort. What?
So you get paid to have
What's
sex
wrong?
with men?
Correct.
What you calling me for? You already got to pull them in the
No, listen. But I'm trying, you know what I'm saying, to, I just want to, one friend, that's it.
So the men you sleeping with, they can't be your friend?
I mean, they okay, they already occupied, they are married and stuff like that, so, yeah.
Oh, well, the reality of the escort ward, the men are married. Never thought about it that way.
Exactly. So I'm trying to get out that game and I want a nice friend, and stuff like that.
Yeah, let's call out the buyers as opposed to the sellers, right? Because, of course, it's the buyers, a.k.a. the man that's at fault within this equation, right? Okay.
So you want a man to date you while you're an escort?
I mean, I said if we get there, I would stop.
So in the friend part, are you guys being intimate?
Oh, you saw me in the
The guy that you're looking for now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just searching for now. Yeah.
Okay.
But you're saying friend, but you want this friendship to become something serious, right?
Yeah, eventually, we have to see where it's going. I can't just say, oh, I'm going to be in a relationship with you. I have to learn you just as well as he have to learn me.
Well, let me ask you, have you ever had a boyfriend while you've been an escort?
Of course, I have 11 kids.
Are you being honest?
I'm being very honest with you. Yeah.
How many baby daddies do you have?
I have 2.
Okay, so
Nice.
You couldn't be with any of those men?
No, because he's a mess. He was toxic, my first baby daddy.
How old are your kids?
My daughter is 14 years old with a 2-year-old.
Whoa.
And
14.
Your 14-year-old daughter has a 2-year-old daughter?
Oh, no.
Yeah. A 2-year-old son.
A 2-year-old son.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So your daughter got pregnant at 11?
11.
Yeah, she got pregnant at 11 and had her baby at 12.
This has slowly turned into an episode of Soft White Underbelly. First and foremost, 2 baby daddies, 11 kids. If that's not crazy enough as it is, and by the way, if you believe someone when they say they have only 2 baby daddies in a situation like that, she's only 35 years old. She's been pregnant more often than not throughout her adult life. I can only imagine that she started as young as what her current daughter is, because with these types, it always seems to be a continuation of a cycle. Of those 2 men, I think those men were her pimps, and there's probably some paternity fraud in there as well. Probably got the entire roster of her children looking like the damn United Nations, knowing that she's an escort. How you even have time to be a professional when you even pregnant like that, which means that you was conducting business obligations while you was pregnant? All of the kids coming out with a soft dimple right on the top of here from those clients thrusting the eggplant deep inside of her. All right? Let's keep going.
Right.
Did she get pregnant by a boy her age?
Yes.
Wild.
Tish, here's the deal.
What a failure.
You're being authentic with me, right?
I'm being very authentic with you.
Oh.
This is a lot, and you already know this space. So are you ready for the conversation that's going to be had around you?
Yeah, definitely.
How did you feel about your 11-year-old daughter getting pregnant?
Oh.
I mean, I was extremely, sad, and I brought it to social media, on my other page. It happened at school, and we're doing like not me, but my baby daddy. We're doing the consequences, he's trying to sue the school because he felt like, that shouldn't have happened or whatever and stuff like that. And I'm being very authentic with you.
The school.
No, I mean, I feel like there
No
has to be some type of legal grounds against this.
Exactly, because I mean, but my child, at first she did not want the child, and I forced her to have it because I don't believe in, hurting kids.
Oh.
And yeah.
What a situation.
So how old?
But you gotta think about the lack of accountability, right? You were so busy within your life because you produced 11 kids. You can only give so much time to each of those kids because there's only 24 hours in a day. Kid goes to school underneath school grounds where kids generally are. Something happens. So you sue the school because it happened there, not because they were in on the situation, but because it happened in their environment, versus take any degree of accountability of who you are as a mother and what time that you can dedicate within a situation. I mean, her mama is a professional strumpet, apparently proud of it. The apple didn't fall too far from the damn tree. Offended by everything, ashamed by nothing.
How old are your kids? You have an 11-year-old daughter.
No, my
11
daughter's
kids.
14.
I'm sorry, 11 kids. 14-year-old daughter.
Yeah, I mean, you want me to go
to all the ages?
Come on, let's talk about something else.
Okay, but this is. Are you familiar with my show?
Look, Kendra, I am not playing on your show. I'm just saying.
I said, are you familiar with my show? This is what I'm asking you are the normal questions I ask everyone. So
you know what? I didn't sing you. I'm not going to be honest with you. I didn't sing you, but I just never really watched your show. I said she's a nice person, so it's a liar. Well, hey, as long as I know the truth. So, oh well, thank you. Okay.
Okay. Well, I will say this. So these are the questions I ask everyone, right? And when you say the amount of kids, the next question is how old are they? So you said 14.
Steps.
Okay, you're gonna prolong the inevitable.
13, 12,
we gotta get all the ages.
10, 9.
Oh my gosh, you want all my kids' ages?
If she can remember them.
Yes.
No, Kendra.
Well, we can end here if you want to.
Yeah, let's go to the next one. Okay.
No, we can end the whole live. You have to. I mean, I'm not gonna force you to do anything you don't want to do, but this is
okay. Well, we'll end.
You know what's so crazy? I just had another woman who called me up and didn't want to tell me. She didn't want to tell me the amount of kids. So you told me the amount of kids.
No, I told you my amount of kids.
Right. So now you got to tell the ages, honey.
I mean, you want me to put? You say I'm lying? Okay, well.
I didn't say you were lying.
No, I'm talking about the comments. They said if I'm lying, I'm lying. It don't matter.
Tish, you're deflecting. You're deflecting. I know I'm a professional journalist. I know when a question is not being answered. So we don't move past this question.
You don't need to be a professional journalist to understand what's happening.
They start steps. 14.
Okay, Tish, we can disconnect if you desire. It's your choice, but I have to get all the ages. And I don't want to waste 10 minutes on a question you could just answer very easily.
I just told you start steps.
I don't know. You have to tell me the exact ages.
14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, and I have a 1-year-old.
So the 1-year-old.
Save this woman! Hold on.
Yes.
Have you ever been married?
No.
And why you not?
Shame. Shame. Took me a damn second to find that pause button, but here we are. This is a baby making machine. And you know what's crazy about situations like that is that there's so much content that goes on men that create children with women. And if they want to not have that children, they want to financially separate themselves from that. Now, we can have an argument of whether or not that's moral or just. But if we take it off of the basis of the options available to the man versus the woman, we can absolutely say that there are double standards or it is not fair to men. But on the flip side of the coin, there are women out there that are making options to never stop having children. And who's paying for that? You and me as the taxpayer. We pay for it not only in government housing, EBT, Section 8, food stamps, WIC, whatever the case is, but then you're also paying for it in helping raise their children because their inability to raise their own children correctly. The society on a whole is giving these people a check, paying for the most trauma-filled, no consequence decision makers amongst us. And at the end of all of their bad decisions and mistakes, they still want a good damn man. I don't know how. I mean, I guess I know how. Kendra continues to have a conversation with somebody that is this far damn cooked. Meanwhile, when the men come up to her platform, she's ready to castigate them immediately if they say something that doesn't go in line with her image. But the women just get to come up on here, be complete and true demonstrations of the worst of society, contributing absolutely nothing and just taking from society. And she'll sit down and have conversations with them. This is some sad shit.
Now with the 1-year-old dad again?
What you talking about with the one with the 10 kids?
Oh, you have 10 kids by one and then 1 kid by one other person?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, why are you not with the man you have 10 kids with?
Because he is off the chain. I mean, and I don't want that. You know, he put like this. I mean, he made pretty good money and stuff like that. And I actually stayed in one of his houses. But, you know, it's like he the type, he like to control people, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Like he have a whole woman that he stays with. And
The
so,
man that has 10 kids?
Did you not
when you have
figure
10
that
kids
out
by?
after kid one?
yeah, I call her to help, you know what I'm saying? Because he just using her to keep my kids.
So Tish, listen, when I sit
He's a pimp.
here, it's my first time ever meeting you.
Uh,
To be assured, you're not trying to just troll me right now. Like
no,
everything you're saying.
I'm being so honest with you. Now this time I am being so honest with you. I'm trying to pour my heart out to you.
Okay.
And if you don't believe me, I mean,
Honestly, Kendra's in a tough spot.
you can go read my story if you don't believe me.
Read it.
No, I'm
okay.
not gonna do that.
He the type like this, you know, like he'll kind of see, you know, he the type, my kids stay with him. And so, you know, a lot of females be like, why you don't have your baby? Why you don't have your kids and this and that?
Wow.
Because, you know, at this point, I stay in his place, you know, one of his places. And so, you know, a lot of people always, you know, get to the point and like, you know, do you have men coming over? No, I respect him. I don't have men coming over. I go to, you know, like the hotels and stuff like that. But, you know what I'm saying? And I also practice safe sex. I use rubbers.
This is a mess.
So, you know, but this time the rubber had slipped out and I got pregnant by one of my escorts. And I thought it was by him. We did the blood test. And, you know, he got to the point, he got very upset in his feelings. And he started trying to, you know, say he don't want my kids to be around my new baby. And he started making me pay rent.
Okay. So, you never been married, right? You said?
No.
All right. So Tish, Illinois, 35 is escort, mom to 11, kids by 2 men. 10 are by 1 man and 1 is by an escort. Tish, what kind of man are you looking for?
I told you I'm just looking for now a friend, and if things happen, it just happen. You follow me?
That's a custody.
What are your deal breakers?
I don't like liars.
Okay.
I don't want nobody who into like drugs or nothing like that. That's the deal breaker. I don't smoke
There
cigarettes.
go another custody. Baby girl, I'm going to be very honest with you. You have a chance. All right. But first, you must be reincarnated into a separate being. And I mean this out the kindness of my heart. If you want to maintain the same body with the choices and decisions that you made throughout your life, you cannot have any requirements. If it's a homeless person, I would suggest if he has good moral character, you give him a shot. I don't care if he's a 4'9" homeless man that doesn't have eyeballs, a nose, or face. I want you to understand that, relatively speaking, on the dating marketplace today, you're about even. You're about even. Okay? I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just trying to paint a picture of reality, of expectations that you should have. Now, again, if you want to go above no-faced homeless man with diabetes and he's 4'9", you got to become reincarnated. Okay? Sorry.
And I don't want my guy to do it either.
Should he look a certain way?
No, looks don't faze me, but he gotta have coins.
Coins.
How much money should he make?
Oh, no, don't do this to me. Kendra.
6 figures.
No, baby. No. Not no 6 figures. No. 11 kids. Pregnant by the custody. Living with, supposedly, alone in the house of the 10X baby father. And now a requirement is $100,000 per year from the next sucker. You just cannot make this shit up. But let's just pay attention to the seriousness on her face as she's. I don't think that she's trolling, by the way. I think that she's dead ass telling the truth. But this is just where she's at.
Or better.
Or better.
More.
Okay.
So more than 6 figures is 7. So you're saying be a millionaire?
Yeah.
The child of 10's dad was wealthy.
Yes.
I'm assuming you get child support.
No, how do I get child
there.
support and my kids stay with him?
Oh, so all your kids live with him?
Yeah.
Do any of them live? All you have is the 1-year-old?
Yeah, my 1-year-old girl. Yeah.
So is this a court appointed? Did the court appoint your children to live with him?
Yeah.
No, It wasn't like that. It's just like, the simple fact that, I stay up on his roof. So,
you just gave him away.
You know what I'm saying? He felt like, he thought I was going to try to put him on child support, but that wasn't even the case, whatever, stuff like that. So he was like, well, you stay, once we had we split up like around about 5 years ago. And so he got the, nice big house and stuff like that or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I stay here, with my baby. And so he had told me that
when she goes to work, I wonder where the baby goes.
He thought I was going to try to put him on child support. So he had said, well, just give me my kids and stuff like that so I can take her out. And I said, okay. Until things get better, whereas I can buy me a house.
Let's do the Kendra cam, Tish. That's when you stand up and we see your full body.
Girl.
Jello.
Oh my gosh. See, look, I don't know about none of this, but girl,
you don't have to take your clothes off. You just have to stand up.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. The point is, I only got on that, and
Well, do you want to go put something on?
Yeah, I'll put something on. So you wouldn't have wait that long for me to do that.
Well, it can't take forever.
So that's what I'm saying. I mean, what you want to do? Can I do it another time?
No, we'll have to end here.
Okay, we can just end it.
We'll be. I'll disconnect you. What you want to do, Tish?
Kendra, you sound like you're a very nice person, and I respect you, and I will be still watching your shows.
Okay. Well, I wish you the best.
Thank you, love.
You're welcome.
All right.
I don't got nothing left. Tish wore me the hell out. Okay? I almost wanted her to be trolling. I literally wanted her to be lying to me. I wanted her to say, psych. I was hoping she was going to say, psych, April Fools. I know we in May. Shit, make up, move the date. April Fools. May Fools. Thought she was going to say, Happy Hanukkah, like something, anything. I was waiting for her to say it was all a lie. She ain't never say it was a lie. I can't talk to nobody else tonight, child, after that.
Yeah.
Who you want me to interview after having all that conversation?
Now, there's also been escorts that have gone up on the show and they've at least done themselves up, and you can tell they weren't actually looking for a relationship, but what they were looking for was to advertise their wares. And that's why I think that this story is actually a little bit more believable, because she came up on here with a bonnet on, obviously not trying to advertise anything, at least in the current moment, but is actually looking for a man to get her up off of her situation, a man that is a millionaire, according to her own words. And, you know, the level of delusion here. This may actually be one of the worst conversations that Kendra has ever had on the platform. And that's saying a lot, because there's been a lot of bullshit up on there. But nevertheless, let's take a look at some of the comments to see where we at. I'm tired of bracing myself. I'm braced out, because the title of the video said brace yourself. Why do y'all request to be on the show, then say that you weren't expecting her to pick you? That shit is getting old. Exactly. And don't want to answer the questions. Please get help, Tisha. Kendra cannot help you. You need more than a dating show. You lay up and have 10 kids by a man, but say that he's toxic. I do not believe that child got pregnant by an 11-year-old boy. Whew. 11 kids and being an escort is crazy. Being a grandma and your oldest is 14 and the baby is 2. And then you had a baby right after she did. And now you're looking to add a grown man into the equation while living at your baby dad's extra house. You need to sit down somewhere. You don't need friends. It's time to sit down and lock in with you so you can love yourself more. You guys see the rest of the comments. This one was a damn doozy. I'm going to leave the video, the original video, down in the description box down below, so you guys can go over there and take a look at the rest of them if you do so choose. But yeah, crazy. You know, the more that I listen, the more believable that it was. If not, she's one of the best actresses ever known to our world here today. But yeah, I believed her, absolutely believed her. And crazy that there's people out here with this type of decision-making capabilities that are still active participators within our society and can still vote. Absolutely insane and crazy to me. Nevertheless, that's been your content here today, guys. Shame. Leave me your comments, questions, concerns down into the comment box down below. Let's continue to have conversations in regards to the wacky clown world that exists here today. Last but not least, I'll see you guys soon. Until next time, YouTube, peace.
She belongs to the street.
Girl, don't hold my hand. You a mattress actress on the OnlyFans. Get your money, girl, but damn, how is that your only plan? What you gonna do when you get too old to strip and dance? Get up out your echo chamber screaming period and yes. You a low down dirty woman if you try to get knocked up by a high value man.